Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Apologies for not doing a video for quite some time. Weather's been pretty terrible here, so we've not been riding a great deal. Been doing a few little bits and pieces to the bike, and this is the latest one that I thought may be of interest. And it is, as the title suggests, fitting a booster plug to the Royal Enfield 650. Here is said booster plug. Installation couldn't be simpler really. The main reason for doing the video is just to give a few pointers on things that I found that might make it a little better, things you can do just to make installation easier, and also obviously my thoughts on how the bike rides with it fitted and my reasons for choosing to fit it. Now, I've not gone into any detail in terms of removing your seat and side panels. I'm sure if you're at the stage of wanting to fit one of these, by now you know how to do that. In terms of finding the correct plugs, you need to be looking for the white plugs fitted on your bike, which are on top of the airbox. There's a lead coming from the sensor that goes into your airbox that you can see just above the top right of your air filter. Follow that back and that identifies the correct set of plugs. Now you'll note on the previous clip I was just checking the length of the sensor wire. That's because originally I'd intended to fit the sensor towards the front of the bike, close to the headlight, to get the sort of coldest air possible, and it's one of the positions that booster plugs suggest, either that or close to your air intake. The sensor wire isn't actually long enough to do this. At best it would be towards the front of the fuel tank, and I thought in that position it would get quite a lot of heat soak off the top of the engine, so I've decided to fit it back down close to the air intake. Totally off topic here, you'll see that I'm just finding a bit of my broken cheap LED relay and just strapping that up. In terms of mounting a little black box of tricks, you could put that anywhere really out of the way. I chose to attach some 3M tape and stick it to the top of my airbox, although in that position you just have to be careful to put it central so you can still get your seat back on. That's about it really in terms of fitting. And as you see, I've mounted the sensor, which is the shiny silver bit, close to the air intake, and just zip tied it up in a little bundle to one of the main bits of the wiring harness, and plenty of zip ties, make sure it is secure. Now, how does a booster plug work? Well, it basically piggybacks your original system, as you can see, and fools the bike into thinking it's colder than it is, and therefore making it add more fuel. Why is this important? Well, it's simply to ensure that the bike doesn't run too lean, particularly after making modifications like the aftermarket air intake and exhausts. In addition, more fuel helps it run that bit cooler, which is only a positive thing on a air oil cooled bike. Now, I'd not noticed any really terrible symptoms of it running too lean, other than it being a little bit sensitive sometimes. Certainly nothing like a previous bike that I'd done similar modifications to. I had noticed, however, it wasn't pulling as strongly as I'd expected it to pull, and it just felt like it was being held back a bit. Now, with this fitted, it really has made a difference. It just makes it a lot more rideable, and it really does pull up the hills and just keeps pulling. It's really enjoyable to ride now, and I would highly recommend fitting this modification. Now, on my previous bike I had a more complicated fuel programmer, but I prefer this booster plug because it's just simple, fit and forget, and you don't have to faff around with a load of buttons. I'm not going to be doing any more extensive modifications in terms of performance, so this is just a nice complement to what I've done so far. I've put a link in the description below to Tech Bike Parts, who supplied the booster plug. They're a fabulous family run company and always ship items extremely quickly, and they are highly recommended. The bike on the left here is my wife's Kawasaki project. Been working on that one together as and when we get time. If anybody is interested in videos on that, then please comment below and we'll get something put together. Thanks for watching this one. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe for future videos. Ride safe.